Hello everyone and welcome to this very special unboxing video which is part of my 80s series where I am celebrating either toys that were produced in the 1980s or toys that are related to the wonderful decade of the 1980s. So as you saw last week, I had showcased my Kit Knight Industries 2000 die-cast vehicle. Today it's something from the Marvel Universe, and from the Marvel Universe, as you can see, I have with me is this action figure of mine from Marvel Legends Toy Biz series, Iron Man Silver Centurion armor. Silver Centurion armor made its appearance in Iron Man number 200, the comic book that served as the foundation for the first ever Iron Man movie, even though in that movie they did not show the Silver Centurion armor. The reason why I say it's this comic book was heavily influenced the production of this movie was that the Ironmonger, which was developed by Obadiah Stane, as we saw in the movie, similar thing had happened. Now, a bit about the story of this armor. This armor was actually created by Dennis O'Neil, a big name, a very popular name when it comes to Batman. He was at Marvel at the time, and along with him was Mark Bright, who came up with this beautiful armor. As you can see, the red and silver, it has always been my favorite, and it has actually been one of the most memorable armors. It is also referred to as Model 8, and the reason I say it's the most memorable, it's because not only the Iron Man number 200 issue, but also Armor Wars series and the famous epilogue where we see Tony Stark, the cover, the art that was beautifully done by Barry Windsor Smith. That particular issue, which served as the epilogue for the Armor Wars series, and you could see Tony actually hanging from the top like a prisoner of his own conscience. So without further ado, I want to reveal this very special collector's item that I have received from a dear brother of mine from my recent trip to Riyadh. And this one is not exactly an action figure. Well, it is technically, but it's considered as a collector's item, as a collector's action figure. So here you go, Marvel Select Silver Centurion Iron Man. As you can see over here, it comes with a lot of accessories, different head sculpts, even you have the uni beams, everything that you can look into it. So I really want to unbox it in a way that I can put it back in the box, because for me this is something really precious, because this has the head sculpt that is reminiscent of the 1980s comics. If you ask me personally, this particular head sculpt of Tony Stark reminds me of the 80s comic, especially the one which was illustrated by Barry Windsor Smith. The hairstyle is completely straight out of the panels, and of course during Armor Wars, Tony Stark was having this particular permed hairstyle that was the hallmark of 80s Hollywood. So this is it. Let's start the unboxing. And now comes the moment I've been waiting for. We will be requiring a blade just to basically remove the shell. I'll try not to remove it in its entirety, but I have to be really careful. think this is the stand, uh, or the base. Yeah, this is the base, so that we can give it the flying pose, mid-air pose if you will. And then we have this catalog of all the Marvel Select action figures that have been produced by Diamond Select. Please be reminded that this is not a paid promotion in any way. This is just a plain and simple unboxing of a gift which I received during my recent trip to Riyadh. And there we have it, the helmet. The reason why Tony Stark is given the nickname Shellhead. So finally it's done. I have it here with me, the action figure itself. These boosters can be taken out and can be used. We'll see how these things can have multiple use. When it comes to articulation, the articulation of Marvel Select action figures is not like Marvel Legends. So first up, let's just see the difference in size. Most of it is pretty much the same, the only difference being the height. I'll just take the standard helmet. So as you can see, so here we have the Silver Centurion Iron Man Marvel Select action figure, and now I'm going to compare it here with the Marvel Legends. This is Toy Biz Marvel Legends, and you can tell that the Marvel Select figure is taller than it, but when it comes to the flexibility side of things of using the action figure for various poses, the articulation of Marvel Legends it's much more flexible. And the reason behind this is that these action figures of Marvel Legends are primarily designed as easy to use for the collectors to recreate the scenes. And now we put in these repulsor shooting hands. Easily changeable, and this, because of the packaging, I just need to like adjust it so that it comes out pretty much. I just have to be a bit careful because it's brand new. I don't want to. So you have here, and I think these shoulder pads are not movable compared to the Marvel Legends version. So this is one bit. Now the other bit we have are these. So you can see them here, and then we have this particular item. This item actually goes on here. I'm just trying to figure out how. Replaceable, yes it is. So you can see it can be taken out and we can put this one instead. So we have the repulsor ray coming out. So you can see there's a area, so let's just keep it there. So if you want to basically like show these boosters in action while good old Tony Stark is flying around, you can simply show it in this way. Now the last bit that I want to see is basically Tony, not Iron Man. How does he look in this armor? Here it is. Now I need to show you guys that in the Marvel Legends action figure you can just simply take out the faceplate, but here you can simply just put on the head sculpt. So now here's a word of advice, that if you are looking for action figures for display purposes, this Marvel Select has one of the best ranges ever, and the quality speaks for itself. And as I've said, I already have Thor, which I use it as a Marvel Legends action figure, but it's very detailed and it speaks out. I mean, the quality itself speaks out. Same thing I can say for the Silver Centurion Iron Man, and also the Marvel Select figure that I have for Wolverine from the Origins series. So if you want to display them just for decoration purposes, Marvel Select is the best option. But if you want to recreate scenes from comics, if you want to basically take your action figure display to a whole new level, then I suggest you go with the Marvel Legends action figures. My personal preference is that I buy only the special edition figures from Marvel Select, as I've said, because I've got the Skrull Scientists, I've got the Wolverine Origins, I've got the Thor, and now thanks to a dear brother I got this gift, because this, for me, this is one of my favorites. This is just my childhood, the Silver Centurion armor, because this is what I grew up seeing. This is what I grew up seeing Tony Stark doing all his missions and trying to save the world and trying to make the world a better place. And I don't know why this armor got discontinued, because it has all the features that are needed. It's impactful, its appearance is very macho, if I might call it, and you can just see the beauty that's there. I am really happy that this action figure is part of my collection of special edition figures from Marvel Select, and this is something that I am going to be keeping it really safe to avoid wear and tear, because this one is really special for me, especially because the accessories are amazing and everything, but for me, this head sculpt, it just brings back the memories of all those wonderful stories, especially of Armor Wars. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you soon with another 80s toys unboxing next week.